satisfying was that, Frank?
I mean, you know, Mark, I don't want to sound silly in what I'm saying, but it's the fifth game of a 16-game schedule, and you know, it's another win. It's another feather in our hat, and you know, and it's a credit to those kids that put on that purple every day in practice, and their belief in what we're doing, and their belief in continue to represent the school. That's probably a question Brad Underwood needs to answer, because he was a player here when that thing started in 1984. You know, I've been here for 2 years, and obviously that's something that was very important to the incredible people of Kansas State. And you know, for us to be able to provide relief from that streak to our people of Kansas State, I'm proud of our guys for doing that. You know, for me, you know, I'm just happy we were able to beat these guys. You know, last year we lost them three times, and not being able to beat them kept us out of the NCAA tournament. And you know, I'm happy that we've got number 5 out of the way, and now we got to start preparing for number 6.
Frank, was there a more important streak? I mean, the first 3 or 4 minutes of the ball game, or the first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half?
Mark, I'll be honest with you. They're so good that every minute of the game is important against them. There's not a minute that goes by. I just told Dave Hoskins in the locker room, that's the kind of game that as a coach you age 40 years in 40 minutes. And when you win them, you get those years back. You know, it's just, you know, it's hard to beat a champion. It's not easy to beat a champion, and those guys are champions in that locker room over there represent KU. You know, it's kind of been what it's been here for a while. You know, we want to drag other people's big guys to the perimeter some, especially teams that are bigger, maybe taller, more stronger than we are in the post. You know, and then defensively, we just had to fight. Our biggest thing going into the game is we could not turn the ball over. We could not wilt to their incredible pressure that they put on the ball and passing lanes. And to be totally honest with you, I'm tired of people calling our guards raggedy. It pisses me off when I continue to hear people say our guards are inferior to other people's guards. Our guards stepped up. They played like grown men today, and we didn't turn it over, and we made plays to win.
What about Sutton's game defensively?
He's learning. You know, he's got to understand. I spent the whole game telling him, you know, it's a big boy game out there today. And I just told you, every minute of the game is when you're going to beat a champion, you can't take a round off. You can't go in there and say, well, round 8 and 9, I'm not going to fight. You got to fight every round that you're in there to beat the champ. And Dominique's still learning that process. He had moments in the game where he shows his incredible athleticism and the abilities that he has to continue to help our team. Then he had other moments where he played at the high school speed. And when you play at that speed against such a team like Kansas, you got no chance.
How about this Bramlage crowd tonight?
You know, we can't win without our fans. You know, every time we line up here since we got here last year, these fans are unbelievable. We went out there this morning. As soon as I got in the office, and Brad and all of us, the coaches, we went out there, and those students, I don't know about you guys, but it's been cold the last 2 days. And those kids were out there, camped out, all bundled up, and, you know, it's a credit to our fans. I mean, to walk into an arena and see 13,000 people strong, just believing in what you're doing gives you incredible pride to represent them.
Good answers every time down the stretch, Frank. That execution, toughness, a little bit of both.
That's our players. That's on our players. That's, you know, every time they made a little run and punched us, we took the punch and we came back and answered, whether it be a defensive stop, whether it be a three-pointer, whether it be a tip-in. You know, we figured out ways to just make shots and find stops every time they came at us. And, you know, I get back to the same point. They're so good. People don't understand how good a basketball team Kansas is. Kansas is.
What does that say about you?
About your team's character tonight, maybe more than any other game?
Yeah, that I've got 9 first-year guys that have grown up a hell of a whole lot since November.
Frank, you talk about how good KU is, but now what does it say about you?
Oh, It lets us know that we're good enough to compete with the big boys. I mean, it lets us know that we've grown. You know, we come in here and you guys don't understand how hard our guys work in that weight room, how hard they come in and compete against each other in practice. See, Michael Beasley, there's a reason that he can deal with so much physical play. That's because he goes against Luis Colon every day. Luis Colon is as physical a player as I've ever coached, and Mike deals with that every day in practice. So, you know, we're getting better. We're getting better. You know, we're not here to say we've arrived. We're here to say we continue to get better. And like I told you guys, you know, on Monday, the sun comes up tomorrow, we got to go to class, got to go to the weight room, we got to come to practice, and we got to get ready to play Missouri on Saturday.
Coach Self said that he felt like their team got sped up a little bit. Was there something in their team that you saw maybe you can take it to them and do that to them?
You know, we guard. We play real hard. I'm, you know, I don't like to pat myself in the back and promote our team too often. I don't think that's who I am. But our kids play real hard. Our kids guard. Our kids get after people. And, you know, we've played pretty darn well defensively, you know, for about 2 months now. And, you know, it's, you know, if we sped them up, then we must have done something right. Because the one thing that I've watched in their team after playing against them 3 times last year and watching them in over 25 games of tape, they don't get rattled. So for us to be able to have affected their play, it's a credit to those kids on our team.
It was a hard physical game tonight, and you know, you guys were pressing all night long. What kind of conditioning and training you guys have to do to prepare your team for a game like tonight?
We talk about it all the time. You know, it's, if you want to win, you better be in great shape. You know, it's about playing 40 minutes, and it's about playing to get tired. I don't like guys that play to save their energy. Those guys I don't get along with real well. I like guys that play till they're exhausted. Good athletes get exhausted, they take 30 seconds, they're back on the court. And the job our guys, Scott Greenewalt, our strength and conditioning guy, that's his job. And he takes pride in getting our guys in unbelievable shape. And it, like it always does now, we as coaches can do whatever we want. Our strength coach can do whatever he wants. I can say whatever I want. It always goes back to the kids. It's a credit to them for how hard they work to prepare themselves to be in this kind of situation.